Hey guys, Matt here, and I don't know if I had mentioned this in another video, but with the West Side Bar being put out of production this year with no hint if they're ever actually going to make any more or not, that was my main mid-range for the last several seasons, and I've kind of been auditioning for a new one. This year, a lot of the time, I had used the Prodigy M1, and in the base 300 plastic, I really like it, but I found some of the premium plastics, both the 400 and 750, to be a little bit deeper and have a lot of very sharp flashing that I didn't care for, and really only liked the base version very much, if I'm honest. So I ended up going back to the bars before the end of the season and played very well my last few events with them, but I only have a few left, and they are getting very expensive and pretty hard to come by. So I've kind of been looking at a few other discs that fit that similar profile, looking for a stable to overstable mid-range that's not in like the Justice deflector type category. If I want one of those, I'll use a Justice or deflector. But ideally, flattish top, no bead or small bead, and I ended up finding one from a company I throw another disc by, and that is RPM Disc Golf, and it's the Kotuku. Kotuku is a moderately overstable mid-range that is fairly flat top. I've got the Atomic version here. You can see it's got a very, very tiny bead on the bottom there. And overall, the plastic is very close to like a gold line or really nice tournament plastic from Trilogy, and maybe even just a little bit more durable to impact. So I thought I'd give this one a shot. I also picked one up in the Strata plastic, their kind of baseline, and it has a tiny bit of shoulder on it, but it's not domey and feels like it's a little bit less overstable. So I took these guys out on the course to give them some throws. I really like the stamp with the, I believe it's related to like a heron or egret, the Kotuku, and I like the feel of both of them. I took them out to Etowah and used them on all the shots I would use a mid-range on. So hopefully you guys get a good feel for what the disc is like, and I enjoyed throwing it.
So I'm trying the Atomic one here. I gotta go right around that gap and then around the tree on the left. Holds up pretty nice and got a par. On this one, I'm trying to go pretty steep uphill. I'm using the Strata version. It holds that line all the way. It doesn't fade quite as much as I want, but still in the circle for what should have been a birdie, but I didn't quite make it. On this one, I'm swinging it way wide out over the OB there and trusting it to come back, and it just makes it back in, gets a nice skip on the road, and I've got to look for a putt. Ended up making that one, so that felt great. Good shot there. On this one, I'm trying to go hyzer under that low branch and then stick it by the pin because it drops off steep on the left side. It's about a 30-foot ravine down there, and it does exactly what I wanted it to do, tap in birdie. On this one, you gotta go into the Strata one. It's 330. Gotta go right around these trees and then stick in the green. I was a little short and left, but still within 15 feet of the pin. I'm really happy with that shot.
Okay, so as you can see, it performed pretty well. I got a lot of pars and birdies with it and ended up getting a lot of the shots that I would want to get with that type of disc. Got a little bit lucky on some, a little unlucky on others, but overall, I was pretty impressed. I think these guys are definitely a contender to be in the bag this year. Good job to RPM. Good job to both of the plastics. I think the Atomic is really fantastic, and for a baseline that could beat into a really straight mid-range without much fade, I think the Strata's got really good potential as well. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day.